Imagine you've generated an image, but something is missing, the surrounding. What if you could expand the image to be as big as you want it? And even better with the right parameters. With Stable Diffusion Outpaint you can easily expand your images without changing the prompt or even after changing the prompt. In this video I'll show you how outpainting used to work best in the past and maybe even still works on your machine, how you can still use this once best method and what the new and improved king of outpainting is. Now here comes the fun part, well, right after the installation. We use Automatic1111 and for outpainting we need ControlNet. Check if you have the version 1.1 or a newer one. If this is not the case, then go to the Extensions tab, check for updates, apply and restart, and in ControlNet you should have a newer version. If you haven't installed ControlNet already, have a look at this video and install ControlNet accordingly. For doing outpainting we need the ControlNet Inpainting model. Don't be confused by the names, both for inpainting and outpainting we use very similar techniques. Now click on ControlNet and here in the control type you find Inpaint. If you cannot see the model Control Inpaint, then the model is missing and we have to add it. Go to the web page I've linked in the description and there you find the Inpaint PTH. Download the PTH file and put it in your Stable Diffusion directory in Models, ControlNet. As you can see, I have already the Inpaint model in place, so I won't copy it again. After you have copied the file, you can simply press this refresh button and now you should see the Inpaint model. If you cannot see the model, you have to restart the server part of your WebUI. By the way, it's a common mistake to mix up model types. So if you're using ControlNet model SD1.5, then you have to use a checkpoint 1.5, like we are using epiCRealism 1.5, and this is compatible to the ControlNet 1.5. If you're using a checkpoint for SDXL, then make sure to use the ControlNet model for SDXL. Well, anyhow, here we're using SD 1.5. In order to show you the outpainting process, I have prepared an image. We change to the PNG info tab. And after dropping the image, you can see all parameters. We send the parameters to the image to image tab. Yes, it's a younger version of myself. If you want to train a model with images of yourself, check my video about DreamBoost. Let's start with the most easy method of outpainting. It's not working on my machine, but maybe you are lucky and it's working with your installation. We want to extend this image to the left and to the right. So we extend the width to 1024. We set the resize mode to resize and fill, because we want to fill the image to the left and to the right with new content. Fill is the right option. The denoising strength should be a value between 0.6 and even 1. Let's try 0.9. Also, some people say we should set seed to -1, so to random numbers. I haven't experienced much difference, but we need ControlNet. Never forget to enable ControlNet, at least the one unit we are using, and select Inpaint. Double check if you're using the right model. Preprocessor is Inpaint plus Llama. According to my experience, this works best. We set control mode to ControlNet is more important. And here comes the point which worked in the past. upload independent control image, and we drop the same image once again. Now let's have a look at the results on my machine. I've forgotten something, because you remember we set the resize mode to resize and fill, and the ControlNet has a similar parameter, so the resize mode has to be resize and fill at this point too. And now let's check the result. I think you have already recognized. So yes, the outpainting has filled an area to the left and an area to the right, but the contents of the original picture, well, that's different now. The face is different, the hand is bad, so that's not what we want. You can influence the degree of changing the original picture by using the denoising strength. So if you have a lower denoising strength, then the contents will change less, but it will change anyhow. And we have a better solution. So let's move the denoising strength again to 0.9, because now we wanna extend the areas to the left and to the right without changing the original image. First we copy the image to the Inpaint tab. Let's increase the brush a bit. Don't be afraid, I'm not going to mask the whole content we want to keep. That would be an option, but no, that's not what we're doing right now. Instead of that, we are drawing a line to, or painting a line to the left and to the right of the image. You can use a smaller brush if you want to be more precise, but I think it will work. So let's try again. That's much better, isn't it? The original image is kept. Now we can use inpainting in order to repair this jacket. And if you're not satisfied with the result, you could even set the C to -1 and generate again. But let's copy this generated image to the Paint tab, and we simply fix this bug by using the brush in this area. This should be enough. So I think repairing the jacket was quite easy, right? Let's move to the next step. We copy latest result again to the Inpaint tab, delete the brush, and now I want to have some more headroom, so increase the height of the image, without painting of course. So we set the resize to height to 1024, and in theory it should work by just drawing another line. Now I would expect the image to be extended to the top only. What do you think? Let's try. No, that's not what we've expected. Our image is always put into the center of the resulting image, and the same amount of pixels is added to the top and to the bottom. And at the bottom there is not even a real good outpainting, because we haven't drawn the line. But of course I have a solution for you. By the way, if this video is helpful and you want to see similar content, press the subscribe button. We do not need the drawing anymore. And now we will choose a script. Well, most people say do not use scripts for outpainting because the results look ugly. And do you remember the image from the very beginning? That was created with the poor man's outpainting, and yes, the result was ugly because it was used in the wrong way. But if you're using it in the right way, then it works by using this simple script. I will show you how it works. We want to outpaint only to the top. In my experience, it's a good idea to outpaint only in one direction at the same time. In this case, we will outpaint to the upper direction, and we want to expand the complete 256 pixels. Mask blur is okay, masked content fill is okay too. So what is this script going to do? It's very important to be in the Inpaint tab. Then the Outpainting script is extending the image to the top, and the ControlNet will handle the newly created area above our image as inpainted area. Well, now let's have a look at the result. Well, that has worked as expected, hasn't it? We still have the original image and it has been extended at the top. Now some tricks to get more creative results. Again, we copy the outpainted image to the Inpaint tab. And in fact, we do not need this additional image. So we can just remove it and even disable this area. I'm thinking about using this image for my thumbnail, so I need to extend it a bit more to the left and to the right. And let's try to fill it with some more, well, creative content. So first we select Outpainting direction left. And instead of filling the newly created area with the colors of the image, let's create some noise. Have a look at the result. Okay, I made a mistake. I had enabled both left and up, but have you recognized? Although I have not changed the size of the image, it was good enough to use the script and tell the script to increase by 256 pixels to the upper and to the left side. And what I wanted to show you was when adding some noise, then you might get similar results. If you want to avoid that, you have to, well, just fill the masked content. Well, we don't want outpaint to the up, only to the left. And we could even decrease the denoising strength in order to get a more, well, stable generation. But we'll use the original settings and quickly outpaint to the left and to the right. When using the outpainting script, I had the impression it consumes less memory than using the ControlNet only. So maybe that's an additional motivation for you. The result looks good. What do you think? Please share your outpainting experiences in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. I usually do a very last step after outpainting, and that is increasing the consistency by upscaling the picture. Usually 2 times is good enough. If you want to try it yourself, watch this video.